What's going on, everybody? Andrew Gambas back with another main event breakdown, UFC 274. We've got Charles Oliveira taking on Justin Gaethje. I actually just recorded this breakdown 5 minutes ago, went to upload it and realized that I didn't have my mic plugged in. I had the setting on the wrong audio, so going to give this another shot. Charles Oliveira, minus 175, minus 180 here at the time of recording. Justin Gaethje, plus 150, plus 155. Recording this on Sunday night, around 7:30 Eastern. Oliveira, obviously really dangerous jiu-jitsu. His striking has come a long way in his UFC career. He's big for the weight class. He comes forward. You know what you're getting with Do Bronx. He's always in exciting fights. You could say the same thing about Justin Gaethje. Always in exciting fights. He has a D1 wrestling background. He uses that to try to keep fights on the feet, where he lands leg kicks, has a great uppercut, and looks to finish his opponents by knockout. This is a really interesting stylistic matchup because you have Gaethje, who's going to look to land leg kicks. He's going to avoid the grappling, I would imagine, like the house is on fire. So I think Oliveira is going to start the fight like he always does. He's going to come forward. He's going to pick that left leg up. He's going to come forward and try to land some shots on Gaethje, try to pressure him, eventually look for a back take. With the wrestling, I mean, Gaethje obviously has that great wrestling background. He has very good takedown defense. His jiu-jitsu is not up to par with Oliveira, not even close. But Oliveira, in regard to the wrestling, I don't think he's going to be taking Gaethje down with any traditional double legs, single legs, that kind of thing. I think he needs a back take in regard to the grappling, especially early. I mean, maybe if it's later in the fight and Gaethje gets worn down, he could take him down with a more traditional takedown. But at least very early on, it would surprise me if Oliveira is able to just take him down with a normal shot. But Gaethje did get tired in the Khabib fight, but he was being pressured so much. When you're reacting to everything your opponent's doing, it's very exhausting, and that's what we saw happen there. But even in that fight, Gaethje was landing his leg kicks against Khabib early. Who knows what would have happened if that fight got extended. I bet on Khabib in that fight, but was definitely a little bit nervous at the damage that Gaethje was doing to the leg. And that's really what Justin Gaethje's great equalizer is. In this fight, is the leg kicks. He's gonna land them. Is if the fight stays on the feet, he's willing to take a punch to do so. And we've seen him damage guys' legs like Michael Chandler. We've seen him land some to Khabib, so I don't see why he can't do that here. Obviously, this fight is high variance, hence why I do think it's a dog or pass from a betting perspective. It's really interesting. I do favor Oliveira down the stretch if it gets that far, but who knows what that'll look like, what his leg will look like at the time. It'll be really interesting. Obviously, Oliveira, if you've watched him fight, he has a bad habit of keeping his head on the center. He has been hurt in fights before. Michael Chandler almost put him out. Even Poirier hurt him in their fight. I see no reason why Gaethje can't do the same. Like I said, there's a lot of possibilities in this matchup. There's a high variance fight, so it's not a strong conviction for me, but I wouldn't play juice on either guy here, especially not minus 150 or higher on Oliveira. Like I said, I do give him a jiu-jitsu edge and a cardio edge in the striking. I think it's very competitive. Both guys have power. The traditional wrestling, Gaethje has that advantage, so it'll be interesting to see if he can keep this fight on the feet. There's a couple other spots on the card I like much more than this. A couple big bets I'll have from a money line perspective. So if you're interested in that, Patreon's in the bio. I'm doing my podcast with Magic Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where we will break down the whole card, top to bottom. I'll comment from that account as well if you don't know how to find it. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. I'm looking forward to the fights this weekend. This is a banger card. Just to reiterate, from a betting perspective, Gaethje or pass here. I think this is going to be a banger fight and really can't wait. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next week. Enjoy the fights this weekend.